These are your Unit 5B, Day 12 notes. In the first part of this video, we are going to be working on Standard 1B and Standard 3A. You are going to be given a graph, and from this graph, you are going to learn how to determine the slope, the y-intercept, and then write the slope-intercept equation. So let's look at our first example. We have this line right here, and from this line, first we are going to identify the y-intercept, which is b in our y equals mx plus b, our slope equation. So first let's find the y-intercept. Well, y-intercept, whenever x is equal to 0, so x is always equal to 0 on this line, the y value is your intercept. So whatever dot falls along this y-axis is your y-intercept. So if I look right here, I can go ahead and just look down my y-axis and I see, oh, right here. This is the point that is on that line. This is when x is equal to 0. And where is that? -3. So my y-intercept is 0, -3. Next, I need to determine the slope. Well, remember, slope is rise over run. I go up and down and then left to right. So I find my leftmost point, which is right here, and I determine how many I go up. So it's up 3 over 2. So to get from my leftmost point to the next point, I have to go up 3 over 2. So my slope is 3 over 2. My change in y is 3, and my change in x is 2. So now I've determined the y-intercept, 0, -3. My slope is 3 over 2. Now I'm going to write it into the equation. The slope-intercept equation is y equals mx plus b. So now I just need to plug in my information. So y stays the same, m is slope. Well, we determined that the slope was 3 over 2, so 3 over 2 replaces m. X stays the same, and now we're going to put in our b, our y-intercept. My y-intercept is -3, so instead of having a b, I have -3. This equation, y equals 3/2 x minus 3, represents this line. Okay, let's step through one more together. First thing I'm going to determine is either my slope or my y-intercept. And here, we'll start with the slope. So I find my leftmost point, and I need to find my rise over run. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's up 7. And over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 7 over 3. Next, I'm going to find my y-intercept. Well, my y-intercept is the point that's on the y-axis. And I can see that that is right here. So the y-intercept is 1, 2, 3. So it's up 3. So x is 0. And my y is 3. Now last, I'm going to put this information into the equation. Well, the equation we know is y equals mx plus b. And now I just need to substitute my slope in. Well, my slope is right here. So I have y. Y is equal to 7/3 x. And where did I get that 7/3 from? That's right here. That's my slope. Plus b. Well, b is my y-intercept. What is my y-intercept? 0, 3. So that would be plus 3. My b is my intercept. This is my intercept. And then that's where my intercept is. So the equation for this line is y equals 7/3 x plus 3. Okay, let's go through one more together. We are trying to determine the equation for this line. First, I'm going to find my slope. My slope is my rise over run. I find my leftmost point and figure out how many I have to go up and down and across to get to this point. So I can see first I go up and down. So to get from here to here, I must go down. I go down 1, 2, 3. So it's down 3. So my top number's -3 because it's down 3. And then I'm over 1, 2. So it's down 3 over 2. So my slope is -3 over 2. Next, I'm going to find my y-intercept. Well, my y-intercept is the point along the y-axis, my vertical axis. So I look for the point along that line, and I can see right here that it's 2. So my y-intercept is 0, 2, and you guys, this is the ordered pair, remember? This tells us the point on the graph. My x is 0, that's why the 0 is here, and my y is 2. So the y-intercept is 2. Last, I'm going to put it into the equation, y equals mx plus b. M, remember, is my slope. Well, and I determined that the slope is -3/2. So first I'm going to have y is equal to -3/2 x plus my y-intercept, and my y-intercept is 2, and b is my y-intercept. So it'll be plus 2. And this is the equation for that line. What did I do to make this equation? I found my slope and put that in for m, and I found my y-intercept and put that in for b. All right, pause the video and try the next one on your own. Okay, hopefully you tried this on your own and you get the same as me. First, let's find the slope. Rise over 1, up 4 over 1. My slope is 4 over 1. Y-intercept is the point along the y-axis, and I can see right here that point is 4, sorry. Intercept is 0, 4. Now let's put this into my equation, y equals mx plus b. So y is equal to 4x plus 4. And where did that information come from? My slope is 4 over 1, so that's where the 4 came from. And that's my m. And my intercept is also 4. So the equation of that line is y equals 4x plus 4. And I know the slope, we have it right here, is 4 over 1. And we just wrote 4 here. It's the exact same thing, you guys. So if you wrote 4 over 1 there, it's not wrong. Okay, pause video, information in your notes, and let's move on. Okay, now this page, you are going to be finding the slope, intercept, and equation, just like we did on those last 2 pages. But I want you to do all of these on your own and then come back and check your work. So pause the video and try. Okay, hopefully you tried these on your own and got the correct answers. First one, the equation is y equals 1/8 x minus 4. Second one, y equals -3x minus 1. If you had -6 over 2, that is not incorrect, but it should be simplified to -3 over 1. So the simplified fraction of -6/2 is -3 over 1, or -3, okay? So if you did have -6/2 right there, that's not wrong, but it's better to be written like this. All right, and then this one, y equals -2x plus 4. Same thing here. -2 is the simplified -4 over 2. And then this last one, y equals -x plus 2. This negative is -1 over 1, which is the simplified of -3 over 3. All right, so pause the video. Make sure you have the right information down. If you made a mistake, look at the color coding to determine what your mistake was before you move on. Okay, this is the second part of your last video before your review. And in this part of the video, you are going to be working with 1B and 3A again. But instead of using a line and a graph to create the slope formula, what you're going to do is you're going to get the information from a table. So very similar to what we were just doing, but instead we're getting it from a table instead of a graph. So we know that our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is my slope, and b is my y-intercept. So I'm just going to write this underneath here as just a friendly reminder. It's y equals mx plus b. So the first thing I'm going to do is determine my either slope or intercept. I'm going to start with my intercept because I think it's a little bit easier. My y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So I see x is 0 here, so my intercept would be 9. So all you have to do for this one is find when x is 0 and the y that goes with it, that ordered pair, that is your intercept. So 0, 9. Next, I'm going to find my slope, and remember my slope is my change in y over change in x. So my change in y, so I have my y number 2 and my y number 1, and I need to subtract those. So 13 minus 9 is equal to 4. That is my change in y, that's on top. Then I'm going to go over to my change in x. So x number 2, x number 1. I need to find the difference, so 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. So the change in x would be 2. Now I have 4 over 2, and I know this is not simplified. They're both even numbers. So 4/2 simplified is 2 over 1. So now I need to take this information and I need to put it into my formula. So my slope is 2 over 1, which is m. So I need to put that in right here. So this would be a 2. And my intercept is 9. So I'm going to put that into my equation. So the equation for this table is y equals 2x plus 9. Okay, I'm going to do this one with you, and then you can try a few on your own. So in order to complete the equation, I need to know my intercept and my slope. I'm going to start with my intercept because I think it's easier. I find where x is 0, and the y that goes with it, the ordered pair would be 0, 5. So my intercept is 0, 5. Next, I need to find my slope, which is my change in y over my change in x. So I need to do what's 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. So my change in y is 2. And then here I have 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So my change in x is 1. Now I need to put this into slope-intercept formula, so that's y equals mx plus b, and I just plug in my information. M is slope, my slope is 2 over 1, so I'm going to replace that with 2. B is my intercept is 5, so I'm going to replace b with 5. So the equation for this table is y equals 2x plus 5. Okay, you're going to pause the video and you're going to try this one and this one on your own. Okay, hopefully you tried these on your own. And for this one, right here, the intercept is 0, -2, because it's when x is equal to 0, not y. So 0, -2, the y-intercept, 0, -2, that's when x is 0. My slope is my change in y over my change in x. -2 minus 0 is -2. 0 minus -1 is 1. 0 minus -1. Remember, when you subtract a negative, you're actually adding. If you use your calculator, should be no problem making sure that that's done accurately. So my slope is -2 over 1. So the equation is y equals -2x minus 2. Because it's y equals mx plus b. M is my slope, b is my intercept. On to this one. My y-intercept is 0, 1. It's when x is 0, y is 1, so my intercept is 0, 1. Slope is my change in y, the difference. So y number 2 minus a y number 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. So my 1 is there. My change in x, so x number 2 is 8. X number 1 is 4, so 8 minus 4 is equal to 4, so my change in x is 4, so that goes on the bottom. So my slope is 1 over 4. My slope formula is y equals mx plus b. M is slope, slope is 1/4, so it's y equals 1/4 x plus b, B is my intercept. My intercept is 1, so 1 goes right here. So the equation for this table is y equals 1/4 x plus 1. Okay, hopefully you did okay on this. If not, make sure you have the right information. And then I'm going to look at this one. This one looks a little bit different just because it's a larger table, but you're still doing the exact same thing. Doesn't matter. So I have, first I'm going to find my y-intercept when x is 0. So x is 0 right here, and my y is 0. So my intercept is 0, 0, and that's totally fine. That just means that, you know, the lines crossing the y-axis at the origin are 0, 0. Next, I'm going to find my slope. To find my slope, you remember I have to take a y number 2 minus a y number 1. You could use these 2 points if you wanted. You could use these 2. You could use these 2. You could use these 2. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same information because 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. And 0 minus negative 3 is equal to 3. Doesn't matter which point you use. I just usually use the last 2 just because I think it's easier to use the last 2. So either way, we can clearly see that the change in y is 3. Now we're going to find the change in x, which we would just pick 2 points. So we can see 3 minus 2 is 1, right? 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 0 minus negative 1 is also 1. So we can clearly see that the change in x is 1. All right, so I just did this multiple times on both sides to show you guys that it doesn't matter. You're going to get that same change if it's a proportional relationship. We have that consistent rate of change, that slope, that's what we're talking about. Remember how we say slope is a thing that happens over and over again? Well, look, you can see the difference is over and over again 3, or the difference over here is over and over again 1. All right, but really you only need to pick 2 ordered pairs, or 2 points. All right, so all you would have to do would be use these 2 and then these 2 to find the information. So your slope is 3 over 1. Now we're going to put this into slope-intercept form. So y is equal to m, which is slope, 3 over 1, x plus b. What is my b? It's 0. So my slope-intercept equation would be y equals 3 over 1x plus 0. That's where that comes from. That's where that comes from, but you can really just write this as y is equal to 3x. That's another way to do it. Okay? All right, so make sure you have this information recorded in your notes. And let's move on to the last page. Okay, so here we have some additional practice. You can do this if you'd like. I would suggest it, but this video is getting long. So I strongly suggest that you try this and then you check your work. Remember, you only have to use 2 points. So you could just use this point and this point to find the difference. You don't have to do what I did where I found the rate of change between every point. All right, so pause the video and try this on your own. Okay? Hopefully you tried these on your own and you got the same answers. Right here, y equals 1/2 x plus 5. Remember this one, I just want to point out it's a change is negative 3 over the change in x, which is negative 6. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. That's why this is simplified to positive 1/2. Okay? All right, so look at these answers, check them out, see if you can't find your mistake, and make sure you have everything accurately recorded, and I'll see you tomorrow.